What do you think about it?
Alright guys, welcome back. We've got a
Hello.
couple good players. Oh, he's on the bots, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we have Brady Hogue on Affinity. He is on the left versus Paul Mills on the 8 rack. He's on the right. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup, even though these are both pretty old decks.
I don't think I've ever seen this matchup
That's
myself.
the Kaladesh art for Ornithopter, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty.
Fancy, man. That Ornithopter from that set, I think, was like a good bit pricier than the regular ones.
I like that art.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've never seen this matchup, but I feel like Affinity.
Is that a Bombat Courier, too?
Yeah, Bowman.
That's spicy.
I feel like Affinity has to have the upper hand here.
Yeah, I mean... Well, yeah. It's hard for 8-rack to really get one over on you when you can dump your entire hand on the first turn before they even go.
I mean, I guess they're kind of... They're weak against Shrieking Affliction and the rack.
There's a Fatal Push. Yeah, I mean...
But they kill so fast.
Right. Well, 8-rack does have a good removal suite, too, usually.
Yeah.
So...
But they also do play cards like Dismember, which aren't great.
Yeah, not in this matchup, but, you know... Affinity also kind of does the job of dumping their hand for you, so as long as you can kind of deal with their board,
yeah,
you can drop some racks and some Shrieking Afflictions and maybe get one over on them.
We'll find out what happens.
There's Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. There's a Smallpox.
So I guess you sack...
I'd probably sack Ornithopter, I guess.
It's your best card with a cranial plating, but I guess it doesn't matter since Paul doesn't really play creatures.
Yeah, and I mean...
And Courier does
He's
stuff.
already got some cards under the Bombat Courier, too, so he's not going to want to give that up for nothing. You know?
Right, no, yeah, I think you're right. Alright, so adjusting life totals. It looks like Brady's going to sack the Darksteel Citadel and the Ornithopter. I guess he's thinking about what to Okay, so he's going to...
There you go.
Yep.
I'm going to discard that. Now he's got to sacrifice a land.
I guess it's creature then land.
Okay.
Done and done.
Well, my Courier is actually pretty decent against 8-rack, too. Because if you get enough attacks in, you can just refill your whole hand.
Yeah. And those are those face-down cards.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell the people at home what the Bombat Courier does.
Well, I know exactly what the Bombat Courier
Go
does.
ahead.
So it's a 1/1 for 1 colorless mana, and it's got haste, and when it attacks, you get to exile the top card of your library face down, so you can't look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay 1 red mana, sacrifice the Bombat Courier, and discard your entire hand
To draw those cards.
in order to take the cards that you've exiled face down with it and put them into your hand. So if you get empty-handed, it's like a great way to just draw a bunch of cards all of a sudden.
Right.
There's an Inquisition.
And Brady's going to reveal Galvanic Blast, Vault Scourge.
Looks like 2 Vault Scourges.
Yeah, 2 Vault Scourges. I guess he's thinking about Galvanic Blasting here, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have the 2 Vaults. If he can draw a second land, the Vault Scourges are better.
Yeah.
So he's just going to go ahead and burn Paul here.
Gotta get the damage in when you can.
You don't even have the Metalcraft, though, so it's just a shock. So he's down to 14. I don't know. But I get this is better if he doesn't draw a second land.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the rack.
There's a rack.
Rack 'em up. Racking up damage.
So Brady's going to take 1 damage from the
Yeah,
rack.
it's going to go to 17.
Or 2 damage from the rack because he's only got 1 card.
He only has 1 card, which is a Vault Scourge.
He's at 16 because he had to pay a life for the
Spire to make a red.
As well. Yeah.
And he drew another Galvanic Blast.
Yeah.
So here's Bombat Courier.
So there's all the removal from A-Rack, kind of putting Paul ahead a little bit here, but
Paul is at
he's
13.
going to be able to sack the Bombat Courier here, yep. He says, I can't cast this Vault Scourge anyway, so I might as well take my chance.
Yep.
See what 4 cards I draw.
I like it. So
Puts me out of
Brady should be at 15
range.
and Paul should
There's
be at 13.
Cranial Plating. Looks like an Ink Moth, a Blink Moth, Cranial Plating, and something else.
They are cards. And,
They are cards.
And now that rack doesn't do anything.
No. So, gonna go with the Ink Moth.
I think he had an Ink Moth and 2 Blink Moths.
Yeah, well, I guess they can activate each other. They can be best friends.
Yeah, they can.
Pairs well with the cranial plating, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He may just want to hold some of these cards in hand.
Oh, double rack and a Mutavolt.
Moody.
Gonna take 0 damage still, but that double rack is gonna start hurting.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. They're
Arcbound
Ravager.
That's a pretty good one. Although it's not as great when you don't have a ton of artifacts in play.
Right. And if Paul just has a Fatal Push in hand or another Smallpox.
Which he doesn't at the moment.
Do you know what his last card is?
Yes, but I already forgot it.
I couldn't see it, so. Or I wasn't paying attention. Probably both.
Here's cranial
plating.
I guess.
And just gonna pass a turn.
He might just be on the.
Gonna try to play it slow, I guess.
Well, he
set
can
up a big attack.
He can. He does have enough mana to animate, equip, attack,
Right.
which is just for 2 infect, though.
Right.
All right, so here's Lil.
Well, there's Liliana. Gonna plus her. Yep. Gonna make him discard. I can't see what that card was it a Mind Twist?
Nah, I think it was It was a Mind Twist or a Smallpox.
It's a Mind Twist.
Okay.
I can see it now.
So they're adjusting life totals. Paul, I believe, is at 13. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Brady down to 11. Gonna take 4 from those racks, which it looks like they already did there.
He drew a Volt Scourge, which is good because he can play both of these. And then not have to worry about the Edict, and whichever one lives, he can equip. Although that will put him at no cards in hand.
Right. So at that point, it's a race that I think Brady's.
And he also has to pay 2 life to do this.
Right.
So it may be better to just animate and attack the Liliana.
Yeah.
Which is what he's going to do.
Yep. Get in for 2.
Yep. 3?
Get in for 3. What?
Oh, because the
Is
Inkmoth Nexus is an artifact. So it gets +2.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I'm going to drop Liliana to 1 there. Man, he's still going to get hit hard by those racks because he's going to have to discard to Liliana.
Yep. And he's going to have
There's a Raven's so he's going to take 6. Wow.
Yeah, go down to 5.
Man, the rack.
And he's going to take 2 from Mutavault.
What a nasty deck. It's a malicious deck.
It's so malicious. It's the perfect black deck.
I was just thinking that. It is like, it captures...
6
it
go
really
to 3.
captures the essence of what black is all about.
Attrition and just draining you. And yeah, all right, so that's it.
Being merciless and...
mean. Just
nasty.
Plain mean, Paul. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to take away all the cards in your hand. I'm going to take away all the cards on your battlefield. And then I'm going to take away your life total.
So right. All right, so Paul Mills is going to take this one take the first game. Just disregarding my prediction there at the beginning. I think Robots has this. I still think like with a good hand. Well, then again, with a good hand, Affinity beats basically everything.
Yeah. So he's going to play devil's advocate because then when you're right, you're really right. And when you're wrong, everybody kind of knew you were going to be wrong.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
It's not as bad.
You're kind of right. So Paul just wants to sideboard stuff that kills stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what Brady does though.
Yeah, it's tough for him. He needs to.
He's got wear
tears for sure.
Yeah.
Did he have Aether Grid, whatever it is?
Aether Flux Reservoir?
No,
the Girapur Aether Grid?
Yeah. It looks like that's what that is.
Maybe.
That might not be... That might be a little slow.
It probably is very slow.
I'm trying to think of things. He needs to just stick creatures and, like, you know...
I think he just needs to mold into an aggressive hand.
Yeah, he needs, like, an etched champion.
Spell Pierce might be alright.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of reactive.
I think he just needs to stick an etched champion with some creatures to sack in case a Liliana comes out or a Smallpox comes out, you know?
It looks like he's not bringing in the Wear Tears. I don't play the robot deck, but I would imagine that's like the one card from your sideboard you definitely want.
Maybe he just wants... Maybe he thinks it's just not worth it because he's only got 2. He's only going to be able... Although...
He's not going to see them very often.
Yeah, but you could double up and get
It's bringing in Inquisition.
a Shrieking Affliction
and a rack.
Yeah. It just seems pretty good to have him instead of not having him.
And it seems better than Inquisitions to me, which is what he did bring in.
Yeah.
And if I weren't going to bring in Wear and Tears, I wouldn't bring in anything, so you just have, your strongest, leanest,
right,
fastest
Maybe
clock.
he thought the Wear and Tears were just too slow?
Possibly.
It's possible.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what Brady is trying to just dump his hand and be super aggressive and try to overwhelm Paul.
Yeah, which is, and maybe he feels like this is a really bad matchup, and his best chance of winning is to just have those Affinity nut draws.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Well, then, but if that was the case, he probably shouldn't have brought in the Inquisitions.
Right. He's got good cards in hand, but it's a little bit slow.
So we've got Memnite.
He's only going to be able to drop a Memnite on turn 1.
But he does have Steel Overseer for turn 2,
Overseer,
but that'll probably just die.
Cranial plating, yeah. I don't like Galvanic Blast in this matchup. I probably would have boarded those out.
Maybe
myself.
bring out the Galvanic Blasts for the Wear Tears and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, you can get a Liliana with a Galvanic Blast.
Yeah, but Paul probably only runs. Oh no, he might run 4.
Runs 4.
He probably runs 4. I forgot we're playing Modern, not Legacy.
She's dumb good with this deck.
Oh yeah,
like
this is probably
probably
the best Liliana deck in Modern.
Yeah.
Aside from decks that no longer exist, like Jund with Deathray Shaman.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's 6 cards for Paul.
At one point, Deathray Shaman was legal in Standard.
Yeah, it saw almost no play.
Yeah, so weird.
That was the last Standard format I played competitively was Return to Ravnica Theros, and it was just like...
Standard's just a different monster, man.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Alright. So Brady's going to keep... There's a Citadel.
And a Memnite.
There's a Memnite.
I love that Memnite art.
Oh, man. I used to love playing Ornithopters and Phyrexian Walkers and casual play, all those 0 mana costing things.
Gross. You probably played Kobolds, too.
Oh, no, I didn't play Kobolds, but when they printed, Memnite, first 1/1 for 0, any 0 custom creature with some power, I was like, oh, so good.
So you can play a second Memnite and then the Steel Overseer or the Cranial Plate, which will go with the which I like the Steel Overseer because you're just making Paul have the Fatal Push here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got the Memnites for pressure, protection against sack effects.
Yep.
Oh, drew a Funeral Charm.
Funeral Charm kills a thing.
Kills a Mem. Oh, wait. Steel Overseer, is that a 2/2 or a 1/1?
It's a 2/2.
Okay, I think it doesn't kill it then.
But if he has
-2, -1 on the.
So there's Rack.
Funeral Charm, right?
Funeral Charm. Oh man, Brady's going to get to activate this. Maybe it is a 2/1. My bad. Or maybe I guess it has 1 toughness. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, it is a 1/1, right?
I guess so. I can't imagine they screwed up the power toughness there, and more likely I'm wrong.
Yeah.
What was that draw?
He drew an Ornithopter.
Oh yeah, it's the new art.
There's Cranial Plating.
And
There's an Ornithopter. He's just going to try to outrace the rack at this point, which I guess is what you got to do.
No, it looks good since he has that steel.
So he's going to drop Paul to 17.
Yep.
They're not updating their life totals.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm on the ball tonight. I'm going to get this. No more goof-ups for me.
I can't tell what that card that is showing in Paul's hand is.
That's a Sandworm.
Is it really?
No. No, it is not.
Why do you have to lie like that?
Because that's how I keep myself interested.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, Paul. Think about what he's gonna do. He's gonna crack a fetch land.
Go to 16. Searching, looking.
There we go.
Swamp.
That basic swamp action.
Big surprise.
I love playing fetch lands in a monocolored deck.
It almost makes me think he's playing Bloodghast.
I don't think he is. Maybe he just wants to thin his deck. He says, "Hey, I don't need that many lands."
I don't think it's
usually this deck isn't the worst because you can retrace Raven's Crime, but
that's true. And usually the one life is more relevant than the minuscule, unmeasurable amount of thinning that fetch lands provide. I would play Bloodghast though. That seems sweet. That's Bonsu's last
reckoning.
Oh,
man,
that's nice.
The smack.
Casual 3 for 1. Brady just got bit by an alligator.
Oh, man.
Oh. He still has a blink moth, though.
Yeah.
Which will hit for
But he can't
4.
put the cranial plating on it either. Well, okay. Now
Yeah, I can. So, equip, or animate, equip, and this is going to hit for 4.
Yeah.
Which will take Paul to 12.
Yep.
And now Paul doesn't get to untap.
Brady also at 18 after taking 2 from the rack during his upkeep.
Might be.
Thought you said you were going to be.
I'm trying. I need some caffeine.
All right, Paul does not get to untap because of Bantu's Last Reckoning.
Yeah, and we'll find out if this is
There's
Paul
a
Mills' last
Yawgmoth,
reckoning.
there's a Shrieking Affliction. I
Ooh.
guess he says we're going to race it out. I don't like Paul's chances in this race right now, but he's turning around.
Almost all of Brady's draws pump his creature.
Yeah.
Plus that Galvanic Blast.
Oh, there's a Pestermite.
Do you take a
Signal Pest.
Do you take a turn off of equipping or attack? So in order to cast that, he has to take a turn off of attacking with the cranial plating.
If he...
I think it's more damage if he doesn't cast the Signal Pest. I don't know, actually.
Here's the thing about playing against A-Rack.
You want to keep cards in hand?
Yes, but you also gotta expect that he's gonna make you discard cards on your turn anyways.
True.
So is it better? I mean, is it better to have the Pestermite and know you're taking the damage, or gamble and potentially take the damage anyways and not have the
Pestermite?
I keep calling it Pestermite, but it's a Signal
Pest.
Pest.
And also, like, the Signal Pest gives him a second creature in case Paul draws a Fatal Push.
True.
So yeah, casting it is almost definitely better.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's an attack for
Gonna
1.
get in for 1.
Oh no, 1 damage!
Gotta get that damage rolling
And
in.
Brady took 5 on his upkeep.
Yes.
Alright, so draw.
Was that another rack? That
Done.
would be brutal.
It
That
would
would
be-
definitely swing things back in Paul's
Oh yeah,
favor.
I think it is. I don't know what other white bordered cards Paul plays. Maybe it's an Ensnaring Bridge, which would be really good too. It's
There's a
Liliana,
Liliana.
which kills the Signal Pest at least.
Yep.
Which kind of like is half a fog here. If this is a
Oh, nasty.
Oh,
He's
so
gonna take. He's taking 9
Ow.
on his upkeep.
I think that might be.
Ow.
Oof.
That was brutal.
Ouch.
I don't think.
Make it stop.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
what
he's
gets
at
Brady
4?
out of this. Yeah.
Like nothing. I don't.
And yeah, he can. I don't think he can get enough damage in.
No. Even though he gets to swing it, he can't attack Liliana. He has to attack
1,
Paul.
2, 3, 4, 5. So yep.
Yeah, that's it. All right, Paul
Man.
Mills gets this one 2-0.
A-Rag, brutal.
Another quick win here in the feature match area. So we're gonna go try to get I'm gonna get some caffeine. We're gonna try and get another match, and we'll be right back.